Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. Our topic today, acting for magicians. An actor prepares. That's the name of this book. An actor prepares. Stanislavsky and acting for magicians. A simple guy commented under one of my recent videos, and here's what he said. Although Konstantin Stanislavski was a theorist, his works are extremely valuable for magicians. I have learned so much by reading his books. I was wondering if you could review some of them. I responded to him and I said, well, is there one of his books in particular that made an impact on you? And he said, yes, An Actor Prepares. An Actor Prepares. Now you probably know this. If you've been in magic for 2 days, you have probably heard the quote by Eugene Robert-Houdin. A magician is an actor playing the part of a magician. I will tell you that the longer I perform, the more I remain in the art of performance magic, the more true that is. I remember as a kid learning magic, 8 years old to my teens. I thought it was all about doing tricks. You know, I could buy a trick and do a trick and buy a trick and do a trick. And then, I'll tell you a little bit about my own journey here. I went to the community college before I went to the university. And that was my parents' doing. My father said, what are you going to study in school, son? And I said, I don't know, Dad. And he said, well, the university is pretty expensive. The community college is not expensive. Why don't you go to the community college and take whatever classes you want to take. And when you have settled on a major and you know what you want to do, transfer to the university where you're going to pay 2 or 3 times higher tuition than you will at the community college. So I went to the community college. I went to Essex Community College. I became the editor-in-chief of the college newspaper. And one of the assignments I gave myself was to be a theater critic. I was a film critic and a theater critic for the Montage, which was the Essex Community College paper, and I was also the editor-in-chief. But for a long time at Essex, I was a theater major. I studied acting under F. Scott Black, who ran a dinner theater here in Baltimore. I took every theater class I could take because I was interested in theater. Not because I thought it would enhance my performance as a magician, but I was interested in theater. Now let me share with you this. If I do a French drop, we all know what a French drop is, right? You've got a ball in this hand, you take it in this hand, it's retained in this one. If I don't need that ball in this hand, if I don't believe that the ball is in this hand, the audience won't either. That's acting. I mean, it's as practical as that, but you go beyond that. When you walk out on stage, maybe your character is an embellished version of yourself. Or maybe your character is an entirely different person. Regardless, when you step out on stage, you are portraying a character. Whether you do it willfully or by accident. And hopefully you do it willfully. I hope I'm putting this in perspective for you. The importance of acting to a magician. To the extent that you take it seriously, I think you'll be a better performer. What separates the greats from the not-so-greats? What separates David Copperfield from me, who I'm doing local magic? I don't know, but I do know this. If you watch any one of David Copperfield's shows, stage shows, or television shows, you will see a proficient actor. Okay? A proficient actor. So it's really about believability and about connecting with your audience on an emotional level. And this kind of book helps us understand. Now what is my since I studied acting formally in college for a number of years, I really believe in actors' workshops, in actor classes, where you're interacting with other people, you're doing scenes, you're getting critiqued. I really believe in that. But I do acknowledge the value of books like this. Konstantin Stanislavski was born January 17th, 1863, passed away August 7th, 1938 in Moscow, Russia. Best known for developing the system or theory of acting called Stanislavsky's system or the Stanislavsky method. An Actor Prepares is the first of his books on acting, followed by Building a Character and Creating a Role. An Actor Prepares is the diary of a fictional student named Kostya during his first year of training in the Stanislavsky system. Kostya and his fellow students have little to no acting experience. And so what you get in here is this journey where they begin an acting class, an acting workshop. And if you're not going to take an acting workshop yourself, this is a great vicarious experience. And they journey through and they grow and they develop as actors because of this system. So it is really an excellent resource. Now I bookmarked a page. This is page 14. It's very early in the journey. But I just wanted to share this with you to give you a flavor and a taste for what you'd be encountering if you decide to read this book yourself. And by the way, the book is very entertaining. It reads like a novel, okay? It doesn't read like a textbook. It reads like a novel. So it's a very good book. And you learn as you go. Because the very best that can happen is to have the actor completely carried away by the play, then regardless of his own will, he lives the part, not noticing how he feels, not thinking about what he does, and it all moves of its own accord, subconsciously and intuitively. Salvini said, "The great actor should be full of feeling, and especially he should feel the thing he is portraying. He must feel an emotion not only once or twice while he is studying his part, but to a greater or lesser degree every time he plays it, no matter whether it is the first or the 1,000th time." And that, folks, is a flavor for what you get in the book. Now, there are two resources I would refer you to if you are interested in pursuing acting. Of course, one or three, if you include one, is books. By the way, there is a master class. You know, the master classes that you can take online. There's a master class on acting. I think it's taught by Jodie Foster. I'm not sure who teaches it, but this is one of the textbooks. I took that class, by the way, and I got this, and I got a number of other textbooks very similar to this that were all excellent. But Jeff McBride, as part of his Wizard School, Jeff McBride offers a 3-day workshop led by Tobias Beckwith and himself on acting for magicians. I'll put that link below. But the thing I recommend to you, take a few classes at your local community college like I did. Do that. You won't be sorry. So, A Simple Guy, thank you so much for making this recommendation. I am glad you did. Thank you so much for joining me. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear your comments. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. Thank you so much. It's been great to be with you. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.